Hello everyone, it's SK95. Welcome to the finale of Pikmin 1. This time with the final trial. So let's get into this and get the last ship part we need. The final trial is the hardest challenge in the game. Now, it's not what you think. There's only one ship part, so there's not exactly too much of a concern. The other thing is, you're going to need to make the road to the final challenge first. So let's go and get this out of the way. First things first, you're going to need to build up the area. As you see, we gotta build up the road. So we're gonna actually have to get the blues out. So let's go grab as many blues as we possibly can. I'm gonna grab at least... I'd like to grab at least 45 now. Only for now. We're not gonna be needing that many blues. We're gonna need enough blues in order to deal with some other things Dub's done for this. First things first, we need to take blues and bring them over to the rock wall, the bridge, so we can actually open the bridge away. As you see, it's going to be a bit tricky. Now, we just need to throw it. Let's have them on this job for a bit. There we go. Very good. Have them on that job a bit. Let's get these guys started. There are no enemies besides one in this area. So, we have time. We have plenty of time. Let's throw everyone on these so we can actually get this done. And presto go. There we go. I didn't need that many, but I'd rather have enough Pikmin to actually, you know, deal with everything else. We're going to need other Pikmin as well. The other side requires reds. So let's go get some reds. Let's go and get at least, I'm going to say 25. We're not going to need that many Pikmin, of course, so let's just get this out of the way right now. First things first, next on the left side is all the red Pikmin nonsense. So we have to throw Pikmin in here first. And then, well, get them in here to go to the fire guide. We're just going to go this way, and then we can easily lead them by just, you know, going in the water first. Whistling these guys. And then lure them all the way over to the end. And let them stay there, otherwise we're going to fall in the water, and that's never good. Now, on top of that, there's one more type of Pikmin we need to use, the yellows. The yellows are required in order to open the way next. So we're going to need some bombs. Yes, bomb demolition, otherwise that bridge is not going to be helpful to us. There's a 30 out for the sake of it, because I'd like to at least have the even numbers. Unfortunately, I have some leaves here, but whatever. I can't exactly do anything about it. You can't find nectar until the end of the area. So let's first throw them over to the pathway so we can actually get to the other side. This is easily a time-consuming method of getting to the next area. The final trial is probably the one that takes the longest. Push them again, and then lead them over, and then wait over here, and go on this wall. And yeet! I don't need that many, but I'm going to need to grab some Pikmin anyway to break down the rock wall, so I might as well grab these guys as we can. The wall is going to be done soon, so one side's almost done. Once that's done, they won't do anything after that, so let's just get this Pikmin out of the way, and then grab them, and then throw, and then I need to throw one more time to get the last one. Okay, good, he grabbed 3. You need 3 for this. Let's go separate them. We're not going to need any other Pikmin besides these 3, so let's go and get them. Immediately go to the other side of the ledge, and hopefully... Okay, no, never mind. Can't exactly do that. That's not good. So, I gotta be a bit more dicey at this. Thankfully, though, you can actually throw them back to the way they came, and actually, you know... Thankfully, though, the bombs don't activate unless you aim at a rock wall, so do not worry in the slightest. They will activate, though, unless there's something happens. We're going to need to be careful, though. So let's get this out of the way, throw these guys back over, and the bridge is almost done. So I can actually leave the blues on the side for now, and just actually leave them there. As you see, all done. Let's get these guys out of here so we don't have to worry about them getting blown up by a bomb. There we go. Bombs. Separate. Perfect. Just what I needed. Alright. Just what I needed. As you heard that ding sound, that means one thing and one thing alone. You've got the bombs done. Now, to get the next one, you're going to need to be a bit sneaky. Getting to the other side is not easy. And in fact, it's probably the harder thing in the game. If we're going to do that, you're going to break down the other side of the wall. So... we're going to first have to go back around where the water area is and have the reds push the dang thing over. You need to be on this side in order to do so. And correctly. Nope, that was not what I wanted. Okay, that's not good. Actually, no, I can actually get this way at this. Alright, let's do that. There we go. Go over to this wall and let them push it. Just enable them so that way they don't do anything else and they're good. So keep pushing it. So yeah, we're pretty much fine. Now I'm going to lower my blue numbers and yellow numbers because I don't need yellows for this next task. There you are. Okay, that's not good. Come here. Now, you're not going to need many yellows for this next one. Yellows are actually the thing you need to lace, and the blues you need none. There's a reason for no blues. You'll see why in just a second. We're going to throw all the yellows back away. We're not going to keep a lot of yellows for this. Now, in order to lead these reds across, we're going to need to... wait till it lowers back down to 0. Good grief. I hate when you do that. 56. Right. There's a blue still right there. Will you stop being stupid today? Sheesh. One of these days, your stupidity is going to be a death of me, I swear. Now, I don't think I can do this in one day. Honestly speaking, it's probably very tough to do this in one day. Let's get 30 more reds for this. We're going to need them for this. Now, we're not going to need that many yellows. We're going to need only 15 of these. So, keep in mind, there are 2 strategies for a certain thing coming up. We're not going to need a lot of Pikmin in our group, but we're going to need some so we can actually get across the bridge. Just leave them around to actually get them, you know, go across the bridge without them falling in there. You can actually keep holding the down button and actually keep them from going in opposite directions. So, I do have some blues, so I'm not going to exactly be concerned, but I don't like having blues for this. Get everyone around. Get the rest of you. And I missed. There it is. There we go. All the numbers here, and we have in total 55, 15, 30. Okay, that's fine. I can get away with that. And tripping McTripperson. So, as you see, we're stuck there. Interesting. Shouldn't be too hard, right? Right? Not quite. That's over there. First thing first, we need to go break down the walls. We're going to need to do this before we enter this fight. If you try doing it without this, I would say outright you're going to lose a lot of Pikmin doing this. Let's break down all the walls. Now, you're not going to need as many Pikmin as you think. Otherwise, you're just going to be wasting your time. So let's get everyone around, and let's just separate them all, so that way the reds and blues and yellows are there. I'm going to need to grab at least a few yellows, and then throw all the yellows on this side where they have it. They only have 2 bomb rocks, but that's fine for me. I just need to get this out of the way. Let's just get these guys. Guys, come on. There we go. Now lead them over here, separate them. Then we have the bomb rock Pikmin, as well as the yellows here, so we can actually get this thing done. Now, let's get into the fight. And it's halfway over. So, guess what? You'd think it'd activate yet. There it is! Emperor Bulblax, the final boss of Pikmin 1. Yeah, that didn't work. That did not work in the slightest. You need to throw a bomb rock in his mouth, and tripping is actually a death sentence for Pikmin, as you see. Ugh. Unfortunately, guys like tripping too much. Okay, this is gonna get stupid. I'm gonna lose some yellows for this. I can't exactly control this. Now let's try this. You'd think it would get it in the mouth. So, yeah, not working. Unfortunately for me, since that's the case, I gotta go back up to top and Tripper! Stop tripping for once in your life. At least there's a lot of bomb rocks in this area. You're not gonna worry about bomb rocks in this area too much. There's a lot. And believe me, a lot. So let's get the yellows back, get them on their job. I said yellows on their job. Good grief. Why are you so stupid sometimes? Now, normally, I would say I'm going to do the Truggan method, where I just sacrifice a yellow to this. I'm going to have to sacrifice a yellow for this. I don't mind. Now, the bomb's going to explode in its mouth, and then throw all the Pikmin you can on its face. Otherwise, you're not going to do anything. Under the lip is actually a very good strategy to hit with. As you see, it's finally getting them off, and stopping on the ground will crush the main Pikmin in the area. As you see, the strategy is going to be a long time consuming and tedious part of this boss fight. You need a lot of Pikmin for this boss fight. Now, yeet. I think it's going to start trying to eat. There we go. Crud. Right, I forgot. If you smack it in the tongue, sometimes this gets stuck even further. It doesn't last too long in stuck in the tongue, but it lasts longer than normal. Okay. Guys, that's not helping. Okay, that was not needed now, but I did manage to smack the tongue. Now, smacking the tongue is actually rare, but getting it actually is really good. That essentially gets it stuck for a bit longer than needed. So let's get the yellows, and then we can just, you know... I thought I had another yellow, but I guess not. I'm gonna have to do one at a time for this, because it's a bit more obnoxious to deal with this enemy. Because, unfortunately for me, Emperor Bulblax is one of the toughest enemies in the game. It's gonna likely take 2 days for me to complete this, but it's actually fine. Honestly, this boss fight is the longest in the game, so yeah, collateral damage. Still nowhere near as a time where I had to deal with a dang boss fight that took far longer. Although, some other boss fights are far worse. Let's just throw the yellow. Bomb Ruck. That did not work like intended. I did it again! Okay. Yeet! Under the mouth! Oh, that's not good. That's not going fast enough. Oh, that got crushed. What the? Did he eat something already? Gosh dang it. Oh, this is ironic. I can actually kill it in 1 day, but I can't get the treasure in 1 day. Oh boy, this is actually gonna be... Actually, no. Maybe. Maybe. Just maybe. Just maybe. Fine by me. Die in a ditch. Die, Emperor Bulblax, belong in your death, and now you're finally dead, Emperor. Woo! 1 day! At long last, I found the final part, my secret safe, and it's as full as ever. How glad I am to have persisted in my search without losing hope. Now I can leave this planet without any regrets. Maybe I'll even stop and pick up some souvenirs for my wife and kids back in Hoka Date. Get this thing immediately. Get this thing immediately. Get this thing immediately. Get this thing immediately. So the Emperor Bulblax is dead. Does not leave a corpse, so it leaves a lot of pellets, but I don't need them in the slightest for this. If you want to grab some pellets, be my guest. I might as well grab some for the sake of it. Once you do this, though, it ends the day entirely, no matter what. So let's just get these guys whistled and get the last Pikmin whistled. We've only lost 6 to Emperor Bulblax, which is honestly pretty small. No, I'm not kidding, actually. Emperor Bulblax usually takes a lot more Pikmin. Dude, we don't have time for your tripping hazards right now. Please, cease and desist. So, thankfully, though, I don't have to worry about the enemies too much. So let's actually just lure these guys over here. And as you say, this is going by far faster. Speed it up a little bit, and then a little bit, 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 50. Ooh. I actually did this in 1 day, which is actually pretty impressive. The tongue smack is pretty much what you want to get out of this boss fight. Doing that pretty much guarantees you massive damage, and it will keep going. The day ends automatically as soon as you deliver the ship part, so I think that's it. Honestly, I was expecting to do this longer, but we're finally done. All 30 parts are now in the ship. I have finally recovered every ship part. Now I can return home to Hoka Tate. It is time for us to leave these Pikmin, and our ship is now fully complete. You cannot do anything else afterwards, and the day automatically ends when you do this. Although I still have to leave for whatever reason. Whatever. We got every ship part. This is the 100% ending. I will show the other endings, but for now, they're wondering where we're going. Honestly, I didn't think this LP would be this short, but I'm at least happy that it's over. And now, guess what they do? After learning from us for a while, guess what? They go after enemies themselves and kill them. Ha 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 ha! Die, Bulborb. Die for your insolence. Nature is a cruel mistress, indeed. In every Pikmin game, nature's always very cruel. With that, we have finally escaped. The onions follow us into the sky. some weird other color onions that are not present in the main game. But we never meet those type of Pikmin yet. Now, this is the original Pikmin 1. So, if you played Pikmin 4 and didn't play this one, I highly recommend it. Because this is actually a perfect opportunity to play this game. Anyway, let's focus more on anything. With that, we got best of 5. This is my best ranking so far. Honestly, it's pretty good. I started a lot of Pikmin. I had more Pikmin, only less Pikmin lost based on my original playthrough. I played this game on the Switch. And it took me less days to complete compared to my first attempt. So, under 20 days is actually pretty good. So, you've got pretty much everything. This is all the ship parts you need to get. There are ship parts that you don't need and ship parts you do need. Trust me when I say that there are ship parts you don't need. So I'm going to have to do an ending video. I'm probably not going to upload that for a while because this is going to take a while to get that out of the way. So regardless of that, though, save the game. Do not touch power. And that is it for Pikmin 1. With that, as you don't know or don't realize it, Pikmin 1 takes place in a sort of alternate future, which is supposed to be the planet Earth. But, okay, that's weird. That's a weird stutter. I don't think the stutter is supposed to happen like that. Alright, there we go. That was weird. I didn't mean to see a stutter happen like that, so... Regardless of that, we see our journey going down, crashing into the planet. I'll likely have to re-record the ending if I have to, but regardless of that, I think I'm fine with that. This game has a lot of bugs when it comes to nonsense like that, and it shows. Because I couldn't go with Finale without having to deal with bugs. Whatever. Honestly, I'm surprised I managed to complete this game in one last of the time. I only had to do 10. So... Anyway, there is a lot more things to cover. Next LP is going to be Sonic X Shadow Generations on the 23rd, because I need a day to get far enough into that game to, well... I know for a fact I can beat Sonic Generations in 4 hours. That's easy. Honestly, it's the easiest thing in my life. I've played the game a lot more frequently, so I can actually get an understanding of it. Although, I will warn you right now, I will also show content based on the original Generations when it comes out. So let's first focus on mainly what Pikmin's going to do. I had not completed Pikmin 4, so I'm going to be privating those videos at a soon date and making the new LP for 5 the Metroid Prime Remastered one, because instead of that, it's a bit easier, I'll be honest. It will still say that's going to be, well, next LP, but you're going to need to do that in order to get... I need to do that in order to make things better for this channel. So, regardless of that, though, this game is very easy. It's short and easy. So, a easy strategy to understand is 1 is short, 2 is long, 3 is short, and 4 is long. That's pretty much what I've seen whenever I've played Pikmin games, but for now, with that done, the planet now escapes us, and Omar is finally reaching home. I'll see you all next time for next Pikmin game, Armored Cannon Beetle. This migrated Emperor has developed a stronger carapace than its relatives. Yep, that's the guy we talked about before. These are all the big boss enemies that we need to talk about. Beady Longlegs, Rex, occasions from this creature's distinctive armored shell. Or Mr. Distinctive Armored Shell. Yeah, people pointed out I should use yellows for this thing. Personally speaking, I don't find myself using yellows for that Beady Longlegs. Breadbug. Use Multi-Kai Pixie from most attackers. Except being slammed into an onion. Burrowing Snagrid, my least favorite thing in the game because it has 3 of them. The split hides of his feathers distinguished from burrowing snarrows. Yeah, I hate burrowing snagrids. And 3 of them was just not nice. Painbutt Bud, which is the bud that allows us to spawn more Pikmin. So, really, this is a tutorial of, like, what many things things that are around the game at the end of the game. So, yeah, pretty much. Golf Bull Bear. So, especially when it appears to be nearly fully evolved. That's an enemy we didn't see because that's after day 20 in the distant spring. Golf Orb, yeah, pretty much you're going to be fighting a lot of them. Now, I was wrong about the Bull Bears. The Bull Bears in Pikmin 1 can heal. That's pretty much all they can do. But it's not like 2 where they revive. Don't worry. You don't have to worry about that at all. Emperor Bulblax is what the final boss is. The most dangerous final boss in the game. For a reason. That tongue's range is stupid. But regardless of that, Fiery Blowhog. This creature bells that come a small transfer that ignites at lower temperatures. So, I'm going to leave this on for all of you, and then I'll just do it. That Bulblax is an enemy I didn't talk about because we never saw it. I will be showing videos of like what appears on certain days, but regardless of that, I'm going to worry about that later. Honeywisp. That enemy shows up in the impact site, so we're going to need to go back there later on in the future, so yeah, we're pretty much good. Here's a Flint Beetle. This forage stores underground desert pellets in the stomach for winter. Mamuta is something I never found, so it's also in the same place. Yeah, probably Clam eats a lot of Pikmin if you're not careful. Alright, so I'm going to let this continue on for all of you, and then I'll see you all at the end of the video. Episode, and it'll be good. Puffstool is the enemy I couldn't remember, so yeah. You can actually see the status right here, where it's going to cause them to go crazy, so yeah, pretty good. Anyway, see you all at the end of the episode, and say goodbye. Alright, and that's finally the end of Pikmin 1. The end. Thank you all so much for watching, and see you all next time for the next LP, which is Sonic and Shadow Generations.